أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ولتكن منكم أمة يدعون إلى الخير ويأمرون بالمعروف وينهون عن المنكر وأولئك هم المفلحون. صدق الله العظيم. This is verse number 104 of Surah Al-Imran. In the previous verses, verse 102 and 3, Muslims were given two principles which guarantee their collective well-being. If everyone practiced taqwa and made Islam his linkage with Allah, the result will be that individual life will be corrected and the collective strength of Muslims will come in its wake. In the present verse, yet another dimension of the proposed system has been added. It has been said here that Muslims are not to rest at the correction of what they think and they do individually, but they should, along with that, be affectionately concerned with the good of other brothers and sisters in faith. By doing so, the whole community shall have the benefit of keeping its stance correct at all times, and at the same time this will guarantee closer mutual cooperation and unity. So that is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in this verse, وَلْتَكُمْ مِنْكُمْ أُمَّةٌ. There has to be a group of people from among you, O believers, يَدْعُونَ إِلَى الْخَيْرِ, who call towards the good, who invite towards the good, وَيَأْمُرُونَ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ, and bid, order the fair, وَيَنْهَوْنَ عَنِ الْمُنْكَرِ, and forbid the unfair, وَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ, and Allah says it is these who are successful people. So collective well-being of Muslims depends on two things. Number one, self-correction through taqwa and a firm hold on the cord, the rope of Allah through the Holy Qur'an and faith. The second one, the correction of others through call, da'wah, and positive propagation. So the second point means the correction of others through call, through invitation, and positive propagation are discussed in this present verse. So, like here, as I said, that two things are necessary for the collective strength and well-being of Muslims. First one, the self-correction that was mentioned in the previous verse, that was the taqwa. Now the second article of guidance appears in this verse, which says there has to be a group of people from among you. So the gist of the previous and the present verses is that one must correct his or her deeds and morals in the light of what Allah Almighty has sent down as the law, and with it one must be concerned that other Muslim brothers and sisters do the same. That is why the same subject appears in Surah Asr In para number 30, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Wal asri innal insana lafi khusr. Allah swear by the time of Asr that innal insana lafi khusr. Verily, a human being is in the state of loss. Illa alladhina, except amanu, those who believe, amilu salihat, and do good deeds, wa tawasaw bil haqqi wa tawasaw bis sabr, and invite each other to the truth and invite each other to patience. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in Surah Asr 4 qualities of those people who are not in loss. First quality, they believe. Second quality, they good deeds. They do good deeds. Third quality, they invite each other to the truth. Fourth one, they invite each other to the patience. So in order that Muslims have a firm bond of unity, they must relate to Allah. In order that this bond stays firm through the ages, it is necessary that Muslims consider it their obligation to enjoin what is good in accordance with the dictates of the Qur'an and the Sunnah on their brothers and sisters in faith. And they should stop them from what is not good. So the purpose is that the code of Allah should not slip out of one's hands. That is why it is necessary for the Muslims to order other people the fair and to forbid them the unfair. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala states in this verse a group. Allah says there should be a group of the people from among you. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala states 3 qualities of this group. One is that they invite, they call other people towards the good, and they bid other people the fair and they forbid other people the unfair things. Then Allah says that they are the successful people. And the same topic or the same subject has been narrated by the Holy Prophet ﷺ and some ahadith. Like the Holy Prophet ﷺ has said, وَالَّذِي نَفْسِي بِيَدِهِ لَتَأْمُرُنَّ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَلَتَنْهَوُنَّ عَنِ الْمُنْكَرِ أَوْ لَيُوشِكَنَّ اللَّهُ أَنْ يَبْعَثَ عَلَيْكُمْ عِقَابًا مِنْ عِنْدِهِ ثُمَّ لَتَدْعُنَّهُ فَلَا يَسْتَجِيبُ لَكُمْ. It means by him in whose hands is my life, you must bid the fair and forbid the unfair, lest Allah inflicts upon you a severe punishment. Then you shall pray to him, meaning for Allah, for mercy, but your prayer shall not be answered. Nowadays we see that if someone commits a wrong thing, a sin, other Muslim men or women seeing him, he does or she does not stop that person from doing so. So, for example, if one person is doing a sin, a wrong action, and another person is present and along with him, so a person who is committing sin, he is a sinner because he is committing, but another person, he is not stopping him, so it is also a sinner, because this is the responsibility of that person to stop him from doing so. That is why in another hadith the Holy Prophet ﷺ said, مَنْ رَأَى مِنْكُمْ مُنْكَرًا فَلْيُغَيِّرْهُ بِيَدِهِ فَإِنْ لَمْ يَسْتَطِعْ فَبِلِسَانِهِ وَإِن لَّمْ يَسْتَطِعْ فَبِقَلْبِهِ وَذَلِكَ أَضْعَفُ الْإِيمَانِ. This is the very comprehensive hadith and this subject, that calling other people towards good and stopping them, preventing them from the wrong things. So this is like a very comprehensive and very important hadith. It means that whoever from among you sees that an evil is being committed, then he should change it with his hands, and if he is unable to do that, then with his spoken word, and if he is unable to do even that, then with his heart, meaning abhor it, taking it to be evil. And this is the weakest degree of faith. So the Holy Prophet ﷺ explained in this hadith the ability of the people. For example, if a person is able to stop a sin or a bad thing or an evil through his hands, so it is the responsibility of that person to stop him. And if he is unable to stop him through hand, because there are some situation you cannot stop someone, prevent someone through your hand, meaning you cannot utilize your power. So then another degree is that only simply say to him that, oh brother, it is not allowed, it is a sin, it is not good thing or good deed. And if you feel that even using my such simple words will be create like more disturbance, or it will result in harm or hurt, so then just you have to abhor it, you have to dislike that action. So but the Holy Prophet ﷺ said that this is the weakest degree of faith, and there is no any low degree from this stage. If you, for example, see a thing that is not allowed, that is a sin, and even you do not dislike that action through your heart, even you do not abhor that action, so it means you are agree with him. So that is why the Holy Prophet ﷺ said that this is the weakest degree. If you do not have this degree, so then it means there is no faith in your heart. So this is the explanation of this hadith. Now let me explain. There are two types of like calling people towards good. One we can say like common, general da'wah, general call, and the second one we can say that particular call, particular da'wah. So the general da'wah call, it means that a Muslim invite a non-Muslim towards Islam, so it is called like general da'wah, because in this case a Muslim tries to convey the message of Islam to a non-Muslim. And the second meaning of the dawah, that you call the Muslims towards the good deeds. For example, a person, he does not perform 5-time prayer, so you say that, oh my brother, offering 5-time prayer is the responsibility of Muslims, it is obligatory. So then this is called the like particular da'wah, because you call, you invite towards good your Muslim brothers. So now let me explain the words. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَلْتَكُمْ مِنْكُمْ أُمَّةٌ. There has to be a group minkum from among you, yad'una ila al-khair, who call towards the good. Yad'una ila al-khair, who call towards good. So here, what does good mean? How we explain the word khair, good? What does it mean? So the Holy Prophet ﷺ has himself explained it by saying that is هو الخير هو اتباع القرآن وسنتي. Khair means following the Quran and my sunnah, he said. So it means that this group will call other people towards the following the Quran and towards the following of the sunnah of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. This is the explanation of this word. Another thing which is necessary to be explained, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used yad'una ila al-khair. So this yad'una ila al-khair, it is the like we can say yad'u yad'uani yad'una. Yad'una ila al-khair, it is the future tense. So it means that it does not mean that they one time they did, meaning they called someone towards good, so it is sufficient. No, they will continuously try. They will be busy in every time to call the people towards the good. That is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used this sentence yad'una ila al-khair, meaning they call towards good continuously. So this is the meaning of this verse. In another word, يدعون إلى الخير ويأمرون بالمعروف. ويأمرون بالمعروف, they order, they bid the fair. So the word ma'ruf literally means recognized thing, but as a Quranic term, it includes all good enjoined by Islam and promoted by all prophets during their respective ages. Since what is good is known and recognized, it has been referred to as a ma'ruf. And similarly, the word munkar, وَيَنْهَوْنَ عَنِ الْمُنْكَرِ, they prevent, they forbid the unfair. So the word munkar literally means non-recognized or alien, but as a Quranic term, it includes all evils and disorders about which it is well known and recognized that the Holy Prophet ﷺ declared them to be impermissible. So keeping this in view, that another point is worth consideration. The Holy Quran could have used the word wajib, what is obligating, instead of ma'ruf, and the word of ma'aswi, sins, instead of munkar, but it did not do so. The selection of the words ma'ruf and munkar may be indicative of the principle that the subject of bidding the fair and forbidding the unfair must be an act which is recognized by the entire Muslim Ummah as fair and unfair, without any difference of interpretation. So, for example, if there are some things which are like we are in four mazahib, Imam Abu Hanifa, Imam Malik, Imam Ahmad, Imam Shafi'i, so they have different views regarding some things. For example, we say Ameen silently in our prayer, and according to Imam Shafi, he says that no, Ameen should be said loudly. So in this case, saying Ameen silently or loudly, it is not ma'ruf and munkar. So you cannot bid, you cannot order to someone that no, you have to say Ameen silently, or another person cannot say that no, you have to say Ameen loudly, because both are allowed. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says they يأمرون بالمعروف, they bid the fair. Fair means recognized, and they forbid the unfair. Unfair means non-recognized. So it means if something is recognized good, so then you have to bid towards this thing. If something are the non-recognized in Islam, so then you have to forbid people from this action. So this is the explanation. In the last sentence, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ. So in the end of the verse, the commendable end of the group described therein has been and like mentioned in this sentence that وَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ, and it is these who are successful. In simple, it simply means that in reality success is achieved by such people alone, because they correct themselves and then they try to correct other people and to invite other people towards good, and they bid the fair and they forbid the unfair. That is why they are successful people, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says. So this is the summary of this verse. Like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, there has to be a group. يدعون إلى الخير. يدعون إلى الخير means call towards the good. So for such group, it is necessary to have knowledge of the good and bad things, and they have to know what is fair and what is unfair. For example, if one thing is fair in Islam, another thing is unfair, and if someone says that no, I will perform this duty, I will call people towards good, and I will bid the fair, I will forbid the unfair, but he does not have knowledge about this, so such person is not allowed to do this task, this duty, because he is unaware of this. So that is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given the title to such people that they are successful, but there are some requirements which are necessary for such group. They have to know about the good, about the fair, about the unfair. So this is the summary of this verse. وَلْتَكُمْ مِنْكُمْ أُمَّةٌ يَدْعُونَ إِلَى الْخَيْرِ. There has to be a group of people, يَدْعُونَ إِلَى الْخَيْرِ, minkum from among you, يَدْعُونَ who call, إِلَى الْخَيْرِ towards the good, وَيَأْمُرُونَ and bid the fair, بِالْمَعْرُوفِ the fair, وَيَنْهَوْنَ and forbid, عَنِ الْمُنْكَرِ the unfair, وَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ, and it is these who are successful. Again, وَلْتَكُمْ مِنْكُمْ أُمَّةٌ, there has to be a group of people, minkum from among you, يَدْعُونَ إِلَى الْخَيْرِ who call towards the good, وَيَأْمُرُونَ and bid, بِالْمَعْرُوفِ the fair, وَيَنْهَوْنَ and forbid, عَنِ الْمُنْكَرِ the unfair, وَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ, and it is these who are successful. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says وَلْتَكُنْ, wa meaning and, وَلْتَكُنْ, this لِتَكُنْ in Arabic means has to or let, minkum from among you, ummatun a group of people, yad'una who call, who invite, ilal khayri towards the good, وَيَأْمُرُونَ and bid or enjoin or order, bil ma'roof, ma'roof means the fair, وَيَنْهَوْنَ and forbid, anil munkari, al munkar means the unfair, or we can translate وَيَنْهَوْنَ and they prevent people, anil munkari from the unfair, وَأُولَٰئِكَ and these, or it is they, humul muflihun, these are those who are successful. Al-muflihun successful. Ulaika means those, whom they. So it means It is they who are the successful people. Again, wal takum, wa meaning and, letakun means there has to be, or let there be, minkum from among you, ummatun a group of people, yad'una who call, who invite, ila al khairi towards the good, wa ya'muruna and bid, order, bil ma'roof the fair, wa yanhauna and the forbid anil munkari the unfair, wa ulaika humul muflihun, and it is these who are the successful people.